Hey guys, strawberrycure here. This is a good update. Today's date is, can you see that? The 16th of April 2018. Okay, so anyone who's just clicked on this video because looking like after information about Barrett's esophagus, what you're probably best off doing is going to the start of my videos, look for one that's got most views, which is like 3,000 views in a minute, and curing it with strawberries. Watch that one because that'll give you a good heads up about what I'm all about before just like watching this one and maybe getting a bit confused. Okay, so today I went for the camera and it was a bit unplanned. It was very unplanned, I tell you. Only decided last week. What I'd done is I've been in England for just over a year, and come back, and I actually gone and seen a doctor, and I was booked in at the hospital. I decided to go through the hospital because I didn't believe there's no rush in it, and he said it'll take about 6 to 8 months for your camera for your appointment date. I thought, well, that does me, because that's actually when I should be due anyway, which is about from 2 years ago. It's actually in July I was due. So for the last probably 5 weeks, I mean, I've had a sore throat, and I tell you, I was worried, really worried, because I've had really bad chest pain here as well, falling asleep all the time, and this sore throat, and it just would not go. My body just could not shake it, got me really worried, which is why I booked in for the camera. And I tell you, when I had the first camera back in 2016, when I woke up choking, and I had that camera. I'm going to shut this window. Oh, it's shut already. That bird's doing me head in. Like, I was really nervous then. But I'll tell you what, I was more nervous today. When I went for the camera after 7 months of being on my diet, I went in there with no worries whatsoever, like almost brazenly, like knowing I'd reversed or cured it. I was like almost cocky, like knowing that I'd done, like this is easy. But this time, I tell you, like for those who don't know, I just spent a year in England, and like I wasn't depressed there, that's the thing. I thought I'd be depressed, but I weren't. I think it was the diet that was keeping me undepressed. It was keeping me mentally active and everything. But while I was there, I tell you now, I was going really back to old ways. The thing that caused my problem was drinking alcohol for 20 years. Not heavy, but just every single night. That and awful diet, and having a fag at the end of the night as well. When I drink, I like to have a roll up. And while I was in England, I was back in ways like that. I'm telling you, like for probably a year, I had like every one of my friends is drinks and smokes, and they were coming around and seeing me all the time. And I was having like Monopoly nights every weekend where I could easily have 8 cans of beer, easily, and a couple of roll-ups through a night as well, because everyone else is doing it. Once you've had a couple of beers, it's easy. It's just so easy just to do it. And having pizzas as well. And like I went back to being bad. And I tell you, if I drink and I'd have a pizza late at night, I'd feel it. It felt like it was sat there. I'd go to bed and it felt like it was sat there. I was being the opposite of what I was, like what I did to cure my condition, to reverse it to a tiny little bit, and I was back to the old me. I was back to the old me for a year, and I come back, but I always knew, I thought, when I come back to Australia and I get back into my routine, I get back working and all the rest of it, I'm going back on a strawberry cure, because I know it works, and I'll just reverse it again, happy days. And then when I come back here, I was depressed for about 2 months, 2 or 3 months, because I wanted to go back to England because I liked it there, unbelievable. So I was probably drinking here as well and smoking as well. I had a lot of stress going on. There's always stress in your life, isn't there? There's always an excuse. There's always a reason. So that's it. Honestly, for about a year and since December 2016 till probably 2 months ago, I've been awful, like awfully bad. But my diet has been 80% better. Now, here's what I think. I think that the diet that I've been on, because I was still, when I was in England, hammering the smoothies, juices, eating really well. The only bad thing I was doing was drinking and probably maybe getting pizzas sometimes late at night and smoking of a night time. Sometimes in the day, but not a heavy smoker, just having the odd one. So, yeah, I mean, I think that diet kept me from getting really ill and getting from just totally reversing the gains that I'd made and going back to being ill. So anyway, I came back, and probably for 2 months I was bad. On average, I'd say I was drinking 3 nights a week. Right, average 3 or 4, sometimes every night in the week. Anyway, I went back on the straight and narrow again, back on the strawberrycure, and especially the last probably 2 months I've been really, really, really good. I've been having a lot of juices. Like, I've just been having, probably because I look really thin now, because I've been having 1 meal a day. Because I've just been having, because I knew once the weather cools down here and I don't need to drink to get to sleep, that's it, teetotal. And that's what I've been, totally teetotal. Like, drinking doesn't even enter my head now. It's not even there. Well, after a month, it just goes. You don't even want a drink. It's just habit. Just having really, really good for your juices. And just going to bed, nil by mouth, just doing it all correct. So 5 weeks ago, I started getting a pain in my throat here, and ironically, the missus said she had it as well, so I just thought, like, sore throat. Now, when I look back now, I'm pretty sure I know what it was. It was a sore throat, but because my immune system, like, I think I damaged my immune system with 20 years of drinking, because I have neutropenia, which is low white blood cells. I think that 20 years of just casually drinking every night poisoned my body, so I need to do a juice detox to fix that. So anyway, here we are, crunch time. Went for the camera today, and like, I was really, really, really nervous. I honestly thought, hand on heart, I've got a big C here. After that, all that in England, I've ravaged my body again, and because I'd not, like, completely cured it 100%, and there was a tiny bit left, that it's just flared up again. All that drinking, all the rest of it. I was going there expecting bad news, but I had a master plan. I knew that if I got the worst case scenario, I already knew what I had to do, which was a radical juice like, I had it in my head. I thought, okay, if I get bad news now, what I'll do is, first I'll see what they say. I will not have any chemicals, what they're going to give me, or what they'd offer. I'd consider surgery, consider it, but what I'd say is give me 3 to 6 months to see what I can do on my own, and I'd just do a radical juice detox, cut out all coffee, just radical juice detox, maybe a month, and then just hammer the smoothies, juices, just salads. I think I could have reversed it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a video on from today. I'm going to stop it now, and I'm going to put the videos on. Oh, actually, from last night when I was really nervous going for the camera. And then I'll give you the results. Okay, just to point out, just before I stitched these videos together, where I was in the hospital and all the rest of it, it's pretty funny actually. When I asked the doctor if I could film him, it was great, this place, because that last place, it was just get you in, get you out. This place, you pay a bit more, but you get what you pay for. It's good, this place, because the doctor comes in and chats about the results with you, and asked him, is it okay if I film this? Like, I try not to film his face, but it's funny, a bit cringeworthy. You could tell he didn't like doing it, but anyway, I did that. And always, before I get put under anaesthetic, because I always think, like, some people have died from this, do you know what I mean? Very, very minute chance, but hey, there's a possibility. Always, before I go under, I always come before the Lord and say, Jesus, please forgive me of my sins, what I've done. Sorry for being a sinner. And the last word that I consciously thought in my head, the last word was the name above all names, was Jesus Christ. Jesus. As I was floating off, and I had the pain up my hand this time, up my arm, it hurt, this one, and I was thinking, oh, it's a bit scary, but that was the last thought in my head, the last conscious thought, and then I woke up, felt like I'd had a top kip. So I'll put the videos on now, and enjoy. Okay, booked in. Paid to go in. Just waiting to go in now. Can I turn the camera out? No. Pretty nervous. Get the results on the day. Okay, see you in a bit. Checked in. Just waiting. Be in soon. Maybe he needs to come and see me. people out here going about their daily business. Unaware people up here. Things like this don't make bad news. Seen a bit. Okay, just had me camera. Here's the results. You don't even need to look into the camera, it's alright.
You've got no ulceration, you've got a very short tongue of Barrett's esophagus. There's really not much to worry about. I biopsied it. I don't think you need this for about 3 years.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right.
Cheers. There we have it, folks. You heard what the doctor says, and there it is in writing. That's me, Gab. I don't want to put my name on the internet and all this. And do you know what? I got to the stage where I thought I'm not bothered. I took my address off there, I took my date of birth. Hey, everything's online nowadays, isn't it? So who's bothered? Hey, there you go. Hey, great news. Great news. He told me, right, it was tiny. Don't even worry about it. Come back in 3 years, right? 3 years. The first time I went, and I had about 5 long pieces, and I can't remember, you have to watch my first video. I think they were maybe 3 to 5 centimetres long segment. Barrett's esophagus that I reversed. Then after 7 months, I had 1 piece left. That was 1 centimetre. Now I'm telling you that last year and 4 months have been not repair and regenerate and recover quality. No way. So that's why I went in there this morning, and I was bricking it. I was thinking they're gonna tell me that I'm dying here. That's what all this pain is. Now I know this pain now is work. It's just because of work. I sort of guessed that, but obviously you don't know, do you? You're always a bit worried. So I had the tiniest little bit there, and I'm telling you now, what I did for the last year and 3 months was not good. It was not an example to anyone. The only things I was putting on Instagram was because I didn't want to be a hypocrite. I didn't want to start putting stuff on every day when I wasn't following it. Like, you'll see, there was nowhere near a lot of posts because I was drinking, I was out with my mates, I was fagging it, and because I felt great from what I did the year before. So even what I've done is brilliant, because I've had a year and 3 months of fun, right? Fun. Great. But I know there's a price to pay, and I paid it before, and now all it is now is I'm just in the overdraft. That's the way I see it. I just owe a little bit to the bank, and I tell you, I can get rid of that easy. Right, what I did in 7 months, and then it's like I took 2 steps forward, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Okay, now all I need to do is get back on the diet, which I am so determined to do. Like, I'm supposed to go in 3 years. No way, I'm going for the camera in a year, right? Just to nail this little bit so I can come on here and say with pride and everything else, look what I've done, eh? Look what I've done. It's achievable for anyone. It's actually easy. It's easy. There's not that much to it. Like, I've not had a drink for over a month now, and I don't even think about it. And I'm basically on juices in a day. I'm just having juice and probably 1 meal a day, and I'm not even getting hungry. And I'm having turmeric water at night, and bee pollen is my multivitamin that all the family takes at night time. Raw honey. I'm going to go to the organic shop because I'm on a mission now, I'm telling you. I'm on a mission, especially now it's winter and I can sleep beautifully. I'm getting tired at like 9 o'clock. I'm going to bed at 10 o'clock. Repair, recover, regenerate, and just that last, because I asked him, that doctor, I said, was it like as big as last time? He said, don't worry about it, it's tiny. He said, tiny. So I've even done recovery in that year and 3 months of badness, and it just proves that diet, it kept me on a level. I didn't progress any further, right? It kept me on the beautiful level, and even did a little bit of recovery. And I think that little bit of recovery has just happened in the last 2 months, when I've like stopped drinking pretty much and gone back on a really good diet. It's that easy, folks. I'm telling you, it's good, it's great, and I tell you what, I'm really determined now. Really determined. I just want to nail that last little bit so I can come on here and say, aye, man, done that. So God gifts believers with different gifts, gift of tongues, healing, and I've never had anything, mate. Nothing. Believe in Jesus Christ as my Saviour. I've never had nothing. I consider myself a sinner, but I think I have the gift of wisdom. I pretty much think I've got the gift of wisdom because I know what to do. I know what to do, and I know if it was worst case scenario, I know what I'd have to do, and I'd do it, and it wouldn't even be hard, you know. It would just be more annoying having to stop coffee and stuff. Like at the minute, like I like my coffee. I pretty much got addicted to that, but like I'm not drinking or smoking around. But this year now, starting pretty much in the next 2 weeks, I've not been gym for ages. I'm going back to the gym. I'm going to oxygenate my blood, my body. I'm going to be sleeping mint like I've been doing the last 4 weeks. Mint, like proper nice kips. Wake up feeling refreshed. Getting stress out of my life. And like getting back on the strawberry cure. Like I've got the freeze dried strawberries in there. I'm going to keep on top of them, and I might even go back to that berry place as well, where I got the organic small freeze dried frozen berries that were on my first video. Viking, I got them place called Viking Foods. I'm gonna get some more of them, and that's it really. So, but if I could turn back the clock, let's just say I had long segment barretts now, and I was proper, because it's a lethal disease, you know. It's lethal. If you don't do things differently, if you don't have a radical change, it can be lethal. Like one of the most lethalest ones. It's nothing to be. It's not to be. I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you need to take it really seriously, because if you don't, like I felt yesterday, I knew that year and a bit that I had. I was looking back on my Instagram and I was thinking, I've done all right. Look what I've been eating. I've been good. Like I was really good. Like I was going out and I was going out with my mother picking fresh berries. I was finding fresh strawberries, and like I wasn't working, so I was going out. I was finding fresh apples, and I was just juicing. And so even though I was drinking, I think, like I said before, my diet just kept me on that level. So I even think if I carried on drinking now and had that diet, I think I'd always be on that level. But I don't want to do that. I want to get rid of that tiniest little bit, and then say, look what I've done, Look what I've done. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm telling you, that's what I'm going to do. So what I might do now, plan of attack, obviously I'll keep posting on Instagram, keep looking on there, is I've actually got that hospital appointment coming up where they're going to give me the camera. I might keep that, and I'm going to see when they offer me the scope, and hopefully if it's like 8-9 months, I might take it and just prove once and for all, there you go, bang, done. If not, I'm going to go in about 12 months, and I promise you 100% healed. Easy, right? That's all you got to do. So see you in a bit.